If you want to go to the new earth, there's two things you have to do. Remember, most of us have been caught on the wheel of karma. Before you can go on to the new earth, you've got to get rid of all the old karma in your life. Because that's a law of karma. If you're still making it, still holding on to it, you've got to come back and repeat it. You can't get out of it. And we keep doing the same things over and over again. I say when I have clients, I said, you're carrying around all this baggage and this garbage. You got to let it go, or you can't go on. You have to come back and do it over again with the same people. And they'll say, I don't want to do that. I want to be rid of those people out of my life. Well, then you better work it out now. Because the only way to get rid of the old karma, you've got to forgive. And people say, I can't forgive them. You don't know what they did to me. But remember what she was talking about, the villains that we make contracts with. You come in and play the villain. And then afterwards, they say they played their part very, very well. And then after they get on the other side, wow, I was a pretty good villain, wasn't I? But they're there to help you to learn something. But you've got to get rid of all this junk, the baggage and the garbage, or you're going to have to come back and do it again. You can't move on. So you've got to forgive. It doesn't matter if you had a terrible home life, if you were abused and mistreated as a child. It doesn't matter anymore. Let it go. So what if you had a terrible husband? Let it go. It's not important. You hold on to it, you're going to have to repeat it. Because you've got to get it worked out. This is part of the earth school. So the first thing you've got to do is forgive. Release and let it go. Get it out of your life. You understand how important this is? You don't know how many clients I see, especially with cancer, because they have not let it go. That's what causes these diseases, the garbage. The other thing you have to get rid of out of your life if you're going to go is fear. Fear is not real. Fear is an illusion. You hold on to fear, you are held on to the wheel of karma. You got to let it go. It doesn't matter. Fear is an illusion. Fear is for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe all this stuff you see on TV and what you hear in the newspapers. It's all to generate fear. Think for yourself. Ask lots and lots of questions. If it doesn't make sense, you make up your own mind. Does it make sense or not? But you're the one that decides. Don't buy into all the fear. That holds you to the earth. Now we're going to do a little exercise here to show you how you can forgive. It's easy, but you've got to mean it. You remember I told you when you come into the life, you make contracts with people. You make your plan. You say, okay, you be the husband, I'll be the wife. You make these contracts with people when you come into the life. All right. I don't know how many of you need to forgive, but this would be a good exercise for you to do. And some people want to write it down afterwards. Of course, if you get the DVDs, it'll all be on there. Okay, let's see, it doesn't matter. You can't go to the person and talk to them directly. That's too hard to do. Many times the person that you're still angry about has already died, so you can't go and talk to them directly. This is the way you do it, and I'm going to show you how. Let's close your eyes. And I want you to picture that person in your mind, what they look like. And you say to that person, we tried, we really tried, it didn't work. Let's tear up the contract. And see yourself tearing up the contract and throwing it away. Then you say to that person, I forgive you, I release you, I let you go. You go your way with love, I go my way. We don't have to be connected anymore at all. Okay, now you can open your eyes. But you have to mean it. Once you release them, they have no more power over you at all. They may try, but they can't push the buttons anymore. You know, it's just a game with people. That's all they want to do is play a game. They can't push your buttons once you have released them, forgiven them, and let them go. But you have to mean this with all sincerity when you do it. Not easy, I know. The next thing you've got to do is forgive yourself. Remember, it always takes two people. You've got to forgive yourself for whatever you did. Our friend Blair, who is a psychic that we travel with sometimes, he has an exercise he does where he says, I forgive everyone who has harmed me in this life or in any other life that I have ever lived. I forgive them and release them and let them go. And I forgive myself for anyone I have harmed in this life or in any other life in any way at all. I forgive them myself and release it and let it go. Once you do these things and you believe it, you won't have their problem anymore. But you got to do it. It doesn't do any good to keep holding on to this old junk. Can you understand? That'll hold you to the wheel of karma and the old earth, and you won't be able to go on any further anyway. Okay, you got it now?